You've heard that eggs are good for you. Indeed, they are a great source of important lipids, vitamins, and protein. However, there is something that most people never hear about seniors. The way you consume them is the issue, not the egg itself. More precisely, our everyday errors can subtly transform eggs into something dangerous, particularly after the age of 60. Do you have eggs scrambled incorrectly? Are you including a single inflammatory inducing ingredient? Are you eating the same egg meal every day without any variation, or are you keeping them incorrectly? Keep reading, because these small mistakes could be subtly hurting your leg strength, memory, joint pain, or cholesterol. Let's examine 4 crucial errors that might make eggs unhealthy for you and the easy adjustments you can take to prevent them. Because eggs are one of nature's most ideal foods when used properly. 6 grams of high-quality protein, all 9 essential amino acids, choline to support brain function, lutein and zeaxanthin for eye health, and almost no sugar are presented in a single big egg. That's a lot of power in a little box. So why do some seniors feel worse when eating eggs? Why do some experience bloating, brain fog, stiffness, or rising cholesterol levels? The issue isn't with the egg itself. It's with what we pair it with, how we cook it, and how often we consume it. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows, and we become more sensitive to certain fats, additives, and imbalances in nutrients. Small, repeated mistakes in how we prepare or consume eggs can gradually lead to significant health problems. The good news is these mistakes are easy to spot and even easier to fix. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked but common issues. And be sure to pay close attention to mistake number 3, because most seniors make this error every single morning without realizing the risk. The first mistake begins before the egg even touches your plate. It's not about the egg, it's about what you cook it in. Many people, especially seniors, default to using a splash of vegetable oil, a spritz of cooking spray, a dab of margarine, or a spoonful of canola oil. These choices may sound harmless or even health conscious, but they can be surprisingly damaging. That's because many of these oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 is not inherently bad, having too much of it, especially without enough omega-3 to balance it, can promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. Harvard Health reports that the average American consumes 10 to 15 times more omega-6 than they need, and this imbalance can silently raise inflammation markers, clog arteries, and throw off cholesterol levels. This inflammation doesn't just affect your heart. It can impact your joints, blood vessels, and metabolism. Consider Ruth. She's 67, energetic, and loved making sunny-side-up eggs every morning. She believed she was making a healthy choice, but she always used a blend of vegetable oils to fry them. Over time, she began noticing morning bloating, stiff knees, and her LDL cholesterol levels rising. Her doctor didn't tell her to give up eggs. Instead, he advised her to change the oil. Ruth switched to extra virgin olive oil and sometimes used ghee, a clarified butter rich in antioxidants and healthy fats. On some mornings, she even poached her eggs, no oil needed. The results were clear. Her bloating disappeared, her knees felt lighter, and her breakfast still tasted delicious. Take a moment to check the oil in your pan. Even if your eggs are cooked perfectly, what you cook them in could be working against you. But even if you get that right, what you serve with your eggs might still be the problem. Let's move on to a breakfast pairing that feels familiar but comes with hidden danger. Eggs and bacon, or eggs and sausage, maybe even eggs and ham. For many seniors, it's the go-to morning meal. It's simple, tasty, and comforting. But there's a serious catch. Processed meats are filled with compounds that the body struggles to deal with as it ages. Preservatives like BHA and BHT, sodium nitrates and nitrites, and occasionally even additional sweeteners or fillers are all common ingredients in these meats. These substances have been connected to elevated blood pressure, abnormal cholesterol levels, and a higher chance of developing some types of cancer, especially colorectal cancer. Actually, processed beef is categorized by the WHO as a Group 1 carcinogen, which is the same category as asbestos and smoking. The larger issue is that many of the health benefits of heart-healthy, nutrient-dense eggs are negated when they are combined with highly processed meats. Let's examine Henry. He is 70 years old, a retired firefighter, and he always had the same breakfast: black coffee, 2 eggs, and 2 sausages. He believed it worked for years. Then the symptoms set in. By midday, he was tired, his legs were heavy, and his feet were tingling. After looking over his lab results, his doctor discovered early indications of nerve irritation and plaque accumulation in his arteries. The most likely offender. His processed sausage contains inflammatory chemicals, particularly when it is cooked at high temperatures. Henry didn't have to give up his eggs. Instead, he replaced the sausage. He swapped in slices of avocado for healthy fat, steamed spinach to support circulation, and sometimes added grilled tomatoes with herbs for extra antioxidants. The change was simple but powerful. His foot sensitivity improved, his energy levels returned, and his medication dosage was reduced. Have you ever paired eggs with bacon without a second thought? It might be time to rethink that habit. Because the next mistake isn't about what you eat. It's about how often you eat it. And almost everyone makes this one. Eating the same egg dish every single day might not sound harmful, especially if it's something simple and nutrient-packed. Eggs are affordable, easy to prepare, and feel like a reliable choice. But when you repeat the same dish every morning, your body starts missing out on important nutrients. Too many egg yolks without fiber can slowly increase cholesterol levels. A lack of variety in your diet leads to micronutrient imbalances, which can strain your metabolism and affect your overall well-being. Over time, you may also be crowding out essential foods like fresh fruits, leafy greens, or omega-3 rich seeds. Let's meet Gloria. She's 72, cheerful, and loved crossword puzzles and morning walks. But every single day, her breakfast was exactly the same: scrambled eggs on white toast with butter. No vegetables, no fiber, no variety. After a few months, Gloria started to feel constipated. Her energy dropped. Her cholesterol numbers began creeping upward. A blood test revealed borderline B12 deficiency, low folate, and a lack of key antioxidants. The eggs weren't the issue, it was the repetition. So Gloria kept the eggs but added variety. She rotated between boiled eggs with a side of fresh fruit and chia pudding, veggie omelets packed with spinach and tomatoes, and even baked mini egg muffins with onions and bell peppers. Within weeks, her digestion improved, her energy returned, and breakfast felt exciting again. Ask yourself, do you eat eggs the same way every day? If the answer is yes, it might be time to mix things up. Because the next mistake doesn't happen on your plate. It happens in your fridge. Most people don't give much thought to how they store their eggs. But for seniors, especially those with weaker immune systems, this small oversight can lead to serious consequences. When stored improperly, eggs can go from a safe, nutritious food to a source of illness. Eggs are porous. That means they can absorb moisture, odors, and bacteria through their shells. If left at inconsistent temperatures, harmful bacteria like salmonella can grow inside. And even a normal-looking egg can cause foodborne illness if it's been stored carelessly. Consider George. He still drives himself to the grocery shop at the age of 74. He went through a difficult phase a few weeks ago, which included chills, nausea, and cramping. He assumed it was merely a stomach ailment. However, his physician discovered the perpetrator after inquiring about previous meals. Using eggs that were kept in the warmest section of his refrigerator, the door, George had prepared a vegetarian omelet. To make matters worse, the previous day he had left the eggs out on the counter for many hours. It only required that. His doctor gave him simple, life-saving advice. Store eggs in the main compartment of the fridge, where temperatures are stable. Keep them in their original carton. Check the best-by dates weekly. And never leave eggs out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. George made the changes and hasn't had stomach trouble since. Have you checked where your eggs are stored? It may seem like a small detail, but it can have a big impact, especially when it comes to senior health, where even minor habits add up over time. Now that you know the 4 big mistakes, let's step back and talk about what they really mean. And more importantly, let's talk about what you can start doing today to enjoy eggs safely and get the most from their powerful nutrients. You don't need to fear eggs. You simply need to respect how you use them. From the oil in your pan to the food on the side, to how often and how safely you eat them, every small decision shapes how your body reacts. And now that you're aware of the 4 most common mistakes, you're already ahead. Let's quickly go over those errors once more and go over the simple adjustments that can be made. Hidden inflammation is introduced when eggs are cooked with inflammatory oils, and this inflammation can worsen over time. Instead, consider boiling or poaching your eggs for an oil-free alternative, or use heart-healthy oils like ghee or extra virgin olive oil. When processed meats and eggs are combined, nitrates and too much sodium are introduced, which can counteract the benefits of the eggs. For a healthier, better balanced breakfast, try serving eggs with roasted veggies, avocado, or steaming greens. Eating eggs the same way every day may feel safe, but it can lead to nutritional gaps. Add fiber, rotate ingredients, and aim for more variety and color on your plate. And storing eggs improperly can increase the risk of foodborne illness. Keep them cold, sealed in their original container, and away from the fridge door. Eggs are not the enemy. Mistakes are. Ruth, Henry, Gloria, and George each made just one small change, and their digestion, energy, and strength noticeably improved. Now it's your turn. Which of these mistakes feels most familiar to you? Drop it in the comments. Your small shift might inspire someone else to make a change that could transform their mornings too. Coming up next, we'll talk about one healthy breakfast food that nearly every senior eats but few realize may be quietly fueling inflammation and draining energy day after day. So stay tuned. Eggs aren't the problem, but how we treat them can be. And now that you know what to avoid, your next egg dish can be safer, smarter, and more nourishing than ever. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with someone over 60 who eats eggs daily. And don't miss our next video. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you there.